cuties! Some or most of you probably know that I write young adult / new adult novels. Some of you may also know that I am doing a Kickstarter to help raise funds for the second book and the reprinting of the first book. Yes, this is me shamelessly promoting myself. Let's go! I have been writing since I was very young. I love writing. I have a lot of other stories that have never reached the surface, nor will they ever. It wasn't until 2015 that I started making a serious effort to publish one of those books, and in February 2016, that book was The Ashford Archives Search for the Phoenix. Yay! The book was somewhat of a reflection of what I was feeling at that time in my life. I had just come back from Japan, I was lost, and had no one to turn to except my writing. In a similar way, my main character Levin goes through this, but with a more paranormal, supernatural, fun stuff kind of way, and not the boring trying to find a job and figuring out what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life kind of way. Levin, I think, is a very relatable character. She's sarcastic, she has some authority problems, she's very food motivated, but she has her own secrets too. Along her journey, Levin meets several other misfits who are lost in their own little way, from a half-demon trying to live up to the promise he made her late uncle, her two friends who have suddenly got themselves mixed up in the supernatural, an exiled fairy, a lost werewolf, and many, many, many more. Throughout the book, Levin is confronted with a whole bunch of overwhelming decisions of who she wants to be, what's important to her, and how the hell she's gonna survive in this new world. In the second book, Memory of the Hoopaway, Levin has started to accept her new role as conservator of Ashport, but now a bunch of other authority figures come in and try to tell her how she's supposed to live her life. Specifically, her parents and the Council of Conservators. They're not so sure she should be the conservator of Ashport, so they force her off to college. Conservator college. In the meantime, Levin is fighting her own battles that she is desperately trying to keep hidden from the council. This is much harder to do now because she has an alchemist following her around, her parents are around more often, she has new rivals at the school, and there's mysterious interim professor named Darren Crawford who doesn't make any sense to Levin, but seems to know everything about her. And that is pretty much all I can say without getting super spoilery. The series in my head right now is gonna be around 4 to 5 books, so you can definitely count on more. The funds I'm trying to raise through Kickstarter go towards printing fees, cover art costs, distribution, and advertising costs. My goal right now is $900, but the sooner I reach that goal, the sooner I can start shooting for bigger stars. If I beat that goal, I can put more money towards printing the books, to adding new rewards to the pledges, and to set aside funding for book 3. But what are the rewards? Well, there are several different tiers. There are 2 $5 level rewards. If you're new to the series, you can get just the e-reader copy of the first book just to give it a try. Or if you already have an e-reader copy of the first book, you can get the second book for the same price. If you want both e-reader copies, you can get it for $9 at the next tier. If you're like me and you like printed books a little bit more, then you can get the second book for $15. If you want an autographed copy, it is just $5 extra at $20. If you're new to the series, or perhaps you want a second edition of the first book along with the second book, then that tier is $30. Of course, with all those tiers below, you get the e-reader copies as well. Then at the final tier for $50, along with both copies of the books that will be signed, the $30 tier is not signed, but the $50 is, both copies of the e-readers, and you get your choice of cover art in 11x17 print. For most of the rewards, US shipping is $5, Canada is $10, and anywhere else in the world is $20. Except for the $50 tier, it's a little bit more pricier because it includes that fancy cover art. But the faster I can get to my goal, the faster I can add more rewards to the pledges. I really hope you'll consider supporting my campaign, supporting my books, and supporting me as a writer. And of course, I apologize for the constant promotion spam that I've been doing. That's just what you do when you're running a Kickstarter. And real quick before I go, just because I get this question a lot, Kickstarter does not take out your money the moment you pledge. My project has to be fully funded before it can charge you anything. If I'm fully funded before the last day of my campaign, it still won't charge you yet. It will not charge you until the very last day, which is July 2nd at like 8:30 in the morning. Hoping it gets funded, but you will not be charged anything if it does not. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, and go support my Kickstarter, please. Thank you. Bye. Hi, real quick. So I made this video a few days ago, and now I discovered, guess what? I'm fully funded. Wah! So with that being said, we're going for stretch goals right now. We're trying to get to 1,100, and that'll allow me to print 50 copies of the first book. But when we beat that stretch goal, more rewards can be unlocked. So go check it out. ashportarchives.com/Kickstarter leads you right to it. go back in and still will not charge you until July 2nd, even though we're fully funded. You won't get charged July 2nd, early in the morning, Mountain Time. So just before then, just make sure that money's in your account so there's no surprise charges and stuff. So yeah, go check it out, ashboardarchives.com/Kickstarter. So, some or most of you probably know that my bird is an asshole. And in February 2016, that book was the Ashboard Archives. Wow. I write about vegetables. If you want an autographed coffee, I do that latte art, but with my signature.